Once again, has the pleasure of returning to Baltimore, Maryland at the Baltimore Civic Center on the 11th of August, ladies and gentlemen. Scheduled to appear on the wrestling card, the young Steve Travis locking up with 317 pounds of a tower of power indeed of Nikolai Volkov. And unquestionably, as was stated last week, Ivan Putski claims he will indeed be ready for handsome Jimmy Valiant as they lock up once again in a special return match. From there, the brothers of Jimmy Valiant also meeting individual competition. Can you imagine Jerry Valiant challenging Andre the Giant heads up one-on-one? And then from there, luscious John Valiant meeting professional wrestling's only living legend, Bruno Sammartino. At this moment, let's bring on Ivan Putski to discuss his return to Baltimore, Maryland.
That's right. I'm ready. You know, the people know how hard I train. I'm Polish. The Polish people train hard. The ethnic people, the Italians, I know Bruno's ready. Me and Bruno's been running 5 miles every day. We've been benching over 600 pounds. We're working, training in the weight room together because we're ready for the brothers. We're going to fight the brothers, so we worked out together, you understand? And we're ready for this match. And I tell you what, Jimmy Valiant had his hands raised that last time we met in there, and I tell you, it was a disgrace. The man comes in with brass knuckles, hammers. Now, what kind of fight you think that is, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, it's not going to be like that. One thing about that match that I like, it backfired on the man. And it's going to happen same way. You're going to come do the same thing to me. I'm going to fight fire with fire because people in Baltimore know I don't fool around in that ring. You're going to kick, punch, and bite. I can do the same thing. You bring in that captain, and I'll destroy your captain, too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ivan Putski. Looking forward to his return to Baltimore, Maryland. Once again, meeting handsome Jimmy Valiant. As we stated before, Jimmy Valiant joining on the card. His brothers, John and Jerry. This could very well be Valiant Brother Night. Our guest now, the Valiant Brothers.
Well, it will be Valiant Brother Night, and when you're talking about Jimmy, brother, we did it before, we can do it again. Tell him, Brother Jim.
You know something, Junior? I don't want to brag, Daddy, like Putski. I don't want to come out here and brag. But myself, I have squatted with 1,400 pounds, Daddy, but it was only 2 reps. Only 2 reps. My brother Luscious, he has bench pressed 900 pounds, Daddy.
Now, don't brag, Jeff.
3 reps. That's right. And my brother, the gentleman, he has bench pressed
a gold Cadillac, Jack.
a gold Cadillac, Daddy.
This is utterly
say one thing, too, now, in all sincerity. I did do a cheat curl with an Eldorado, but I don't want to brag. I don't want to...
Let's talk about, okay, we got Jerry all lined up with that freak of nature, Andre the Giant. But now let's get back to Bruno Sammartino against my main man, John. Okay, as I said, this is what I've been looking for. This is what I've hoped for. This is what I've waited for, to catch Sammartino. Putski said they've been training. Putski said they've been running 5 miles a day. Well, I want him at his best. I don't want to beat him. There'll be no excuse to say I wasn't ready. Sammartino's been training for this thing, I've heard, for some 6 months. Now, we know once we humiliate Sammartino, there'll be no problem to go on and take the belt. There's no way to stop him. Beating Sammartino, we've got it all, baby. When you beat it, we've got it all the way.
I'm going to feel very
good. Excuse me for a second. What sort of strategy, Mr. Albano?
What sort of strategy?
Are you trying to pull here? What with the Valiant brothers meeting individually, three of the greatest wrestlers of all time?
Can I tell you, first of all, to prove without the shadow of a doubt that the Valiant brothers are the finest athletes in the world today. I've split them up singly or in a combined effort. They have the captain, and with the captain's guidance and tutelage, they cannot be maimed, hurt, or beat, or humiliated. So therefore, I'm going to prove that we are the finest wrestlers living today, and that Sammartino
thank you very much for your time. There we have it then, from Lou Albano and from the Valiant brothers. The Valiant brothers meeting individual competition. Of course, Lou Albano said that if he can prove that the Valiant brothers are victorious on an individual basis, then indeed they will have proven themselves beyond a shadow of a doubt to the fans all over the World Wrestling Federation that they are the greatest wrestling family of all time. But speaking one of the greats of all time, well, let's bring on Bruno Sammartino, wrestling's living legend. Bruno, unfortunately, we're running out of time due to the rhetoric of Louis Albano, but nevertheless, your opposition, Johnny Valiant.
Well, you know, Vince, they can brag, they can boast, they can try to put fear in me, trying to use a little psychology and tell me how they're going to defeat me and do this and do that. But I want to tell you something, Vince. It's not going to happen. Number one, I know how I feel. I know the kind of the preparation I've put behind this particular battle. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life, and most of all, it's back in Baltimore, and they can be all 3 of them. They're not going to stop Sammartino this time.